Okay, today we are diving into a major power play that's happening right now in the tech world. It's a story that's all about top-tier talent, cutting-edge technology, and what might just be the next huge frontier in AI, the race to build an artificial intelligence that actually truly understands your voice.
So, right now, kind of behind the scenes, the absolute giants of the tech industry are locked in this incredibly fierce competition. And look, this isn't just about launching the next shiny gadget or some slightly better app. No, this is about something way more fundamental.
The prize they're all chasing? It's an AI that doesn't just hear your words, your commands, but one that actually gets your tone, your mood, even your emotions. We're talking about an AI that can interact with us in the most human, most natural way there is, through our voice. And that brings us to the big story of the day, which was first reported by the excellent Rebecca Bellin over at TechCrunch. Google just made a massive move in this race by bringing on the key players from one of its most promising competitors in the entire voice AI space.
And what's really fascinating is how this whole deal went down. See, Google didn't actually buy the company, Hume AI. Nope. Instead, they just hired its CEO, Alan Cowen, and about 7 of his top engineers, and brought them straight into their Google DeepMind division. And their job? To make Google's own conversational AI, Gemini, even better. So, this kind of move actually has a specific name in the industry. It's called an Acquihire. It's this really strategic maneuver where the real prize isn't the company's patents or its products. It's the brilliant people, the actual minds who built the technology in the first place. And this really shows you exactly why the tech giants love this strategy so much. You know, a traditional acquisition means buying the whole company, the whole shebang. But in Acquihire, it's like a surgical strike aimed directly at the talent. And a huge advantage is that it often flies right under the radar of that intense regulatory review that these massive buyouts usually face. And believe me, this is not a one-off. It is a rapidly growing trend. We've seen Google do it, OpenAI has done it a bunch of times, and so has Meta. It's actually become such a common playbook that the Federal Trade Commission just announced it's going to start taking a much, much closer look at these kinds of deals. Which, it all begs the question, right? Why go through all this trouble for this one specific team from this one particular startup? What in the world did Hume AI figure out that made them such a hot commodity for a giant like Google? Well, first, let's just be crystal clear. Hume AI wasn't just some little side project. These guys had raised nearly $80 million in funding. They were a serious, well-backed player in the game with a really powerful vision, and they had the money to go after it. Okay, so here it is. Here's their secret sauce. They built technology specifically to analyze all the little nuances in a human voice. The pitch, the tone, the rhythm, to understand the emotion behind the words. It's not just about what you're saying, but how you are feeling when you say it. And this wasn't just an idea on a whiteboard, they actually built it. They call it the Empathic Voice Interface, or EVI for short. It's a conversational AI that was designed from the ground up to have emotional intelligence. I mean, that is a massive, massive leap beyond just turning speech into text. So when you pull the lens back, how does this one move fit into the bigger picture? Well, it shows that Google is betting big that the next major battleground for AI dominance is going to be fought through our voices. And everybody is gearing up for this fight. Google is pouring a ton of resources into its Gemini Live feature. OpenAI is reportedly overhauling its audio models, probably for a new personal device. And Meta? They are all in on voice capabilities for their Ray-Ban smart glasses. The race is definitely on, and it is heating up fast.
So this really is the key question, isn't it? Why this sudden, intense focus on voice? Why does every single major tech company seem to believe this is the future? What is this all going to mean for how we interact with our tech in the next few years?
For the answer, we can look to this really sharp insight from investor Vanessa Larco, who put it to TechCrunch so simply but so profoundly. She said, "Voice is the only acceptable input mode for wearables." And that one sentence, it really captures the entire strategy. I mean, just think about it for a second. As our technology moves from our desks and out of our pockets and onto our faces with smart glasses or directly into our ears with these super advanced earbuds, the screen just disappears. You can't type on a pair of glasses. You can't scroll through a menu on an earbud. The only seamless, natural way to interact with these future devices is going to be with your voice.
And that leaves us with one final, pretty critical thought to chew on.
This technology isn't just about making things more convenient, it's about creating a much deeper, more intuitive connection between us and our devices. So the real question is, what does our world actually look like when the technology we wear every single day doesn't just listen, but truly understand?